What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. All right, everybody. Look, before I even get into this, let me say it right off rip. Yes, Disney Star Wars is a dead brand. Disney Star Wars is a destroyed brand thanks to Kathleen Kennedy. She ran it all the way down to the bottom of the ocean. And before this thing can turn itself around, Kathleen Kennedy, Dave Filoni, and everybody over there at Lucasfilm needs to be fired, all right? I just want to get that out of the way because I can already see the comments coming. Nevertheless, we got to cover the news. And in this situation, director Shawn Levy, we know that he's got Star Wars Starfighter coming up. They're starting production, all right? Production should probably be kicking off in a month or so. And so you start thinking, okay, we know Ryan Gosling is going to be in this, but who else, all right? What other actors are going to show up in this movie? Because you got to have a strong hero and a strong villain. And now we know, okay, we got some news that dropped just a little bit ago. Star Wars Starfighter, Matt Smith lands the villain role in a new Lucasfilm pick starring Ryan Gosling. And of course, again, that Star Wars Starfighter. You got Matt Smith and Ryan Gosling playing opposite each other. And the main reason that I wanted to cover this is because it's Lucasfilm. This is what we wanted the whole goddamn time. This is what we wanted. We wanted inspired casting. We wanted great actors jumping into the Star Wars universe and flexing. I'm surprised they could even get Matt Smith. But then I started thinking, yo, Matt Smith did do Morbius. So maybe Matt Smith is just a, hey, man, just throw me in a movie. I'll do what it is. As long as there's a steady paycheck in it, right? Like Winston Zeddemore from Ghostbusters.
If there's a steady paycheck in it, I'll believe anything you say.
As long as there's a steady paycheck in it, yeah, I'm down. I'm down to do whatever you want me to do. Maybe that's what's happening right now. But nevertheless, Matt Smith joining Ryan Gosling in Starfighter. This is the inspired casting we wanted this entire time. Not some Mary Sue girl boss bullshit. We didn't want that. We wanted shit like this. Like, oh, these are really good actors, okay? Especially Matt Smith. I love Matt Smith at House of the Dragon. You know, as what's his name? Damon Targaryen. I love this guy. He is a great actor, okay? He shows up and he acts. He acts his ass off. Even in Morbius, he was like, okay. You know, so I say, even as bad as Morbius was, Matt Smith was kind of like the shining light. He did his thing. He had fun with it, all right? You got to make sure this guy got a couple of juicy speeches. You know, kind of like how Stellan Skarsgård had it in Andor. You got to make sure that this cat got some juicy speeches where he could just dig his teeth in and really flex his acting ability. You got to let these actors flex. That's what they want to do. They want great, like, scripts where they could be like, oh, man, I love this character. Oh, man, this character. Ooh, bro, I can't wait to jump into this. Bruh, this is what we've been wanting this entire time as Star Wars fans. Now, Disney Star Wars, again, at the bottom of the ocean. This ain't going to save it. But it's funny how Disney Star Wars works. It's like 90 to 95% bullshit. And then there's like one project like Andor, all right, or like Rogue One that's competent. All right. Not necessarily, oh, this is amazing. This is the best Star Wars. No, it's just competently made, well acted, well directed, well written. And it's like, okay, you know, I can rock with this. You know, maybe this is some place that they can build. Now, Andor was a dead end. We already knew that. I don't know what can possibly happen with this, but you got to think if Matt Smith read the script and he said, oh, yeah, I'm in. It's like this dude is in demand. So if you got an actor in demand, a couple of actors in demand, and they're joining in with Shawn Levy's movie, you got to figure like maybe they got something here, you know? Maybe this won't be dog shit after all. But who am I kidding, man? It's Kathleen Kennedy. Nevertheless, let's read all about it. Exclusive. After fighting battles for House Targaryen, Matt Smith is ready to take his next fight to a galaxy far, far away. Sources tell Deadline that the House of the Dragon star is on board to join Ryan Gosling in Lucasfilm's Star Wars Starfighter. Mia Goth is also on board, with Shawn Levy directing the pick. Jonathan Tropper penned the script. Yeah, and the film will shoot this fall and is set to bow on May 28, 2027. Yeah, that part is huge as well, because that's coming on the 50th anniversary of Star Wars. And you cannot fuck around on the 50th anniversary of Star Wars, all right? You better get this shit right, all right? Star Wars turns 50 and you churning out dog shit? Oh, you're about to hear it. You're going to get clown stomped by every Star Wars fan. Even the Disney Star Wars fans probably ain't going to play that. So you better get this one right. I'm serious, Lucasfilm, or it's going to be a tragedy out there. While exact details are vague on who Smith will be playing, sources say it will be one of the villain roles. Okay, so one of the villain roles, I guess not the main villain. All right. But look, let's just be honest. All right. If Matt Smith is in the role of a villain, he's the main villain. I cannot imagine anybody being above him in the main villain role. Caston has been gearing up on the project for the last couple of weeks, or the past couple of weeks, with Levy meeting with a number of actors for this key role. Our sources say execs made the decision to go with Smith to play the next great villain in the Star Wars universe. Bruh, can you imagine if Disney Star Wars was in a healthy place and it wasn't sitting at the bottom of the ocean? All right. It wasn't just complete and utter dog shit. Can you imagine for a moment, we got Matt Smith coming in to play the next big Star Wars villain. Oh my God, man, we would be doing like podcasts on that whole like streaming episode. Hey man, we just talking Matt Smith today. The next great villain in the Star Wars universe. Damn it, I can't wait. That's what we would be saying if Disney Star Wars wasn't Disney Star Wars and it was just Star Wars. If it was just plain old Star Wars, you know, a franchise beloved by millions and millions of people all over the world, all right, coming up on the 50th anniversary, and now we're about to get another amazing movie with a great villain. Bruh, we would be celebrating right now. But unfortunately, we can't celebrate, okay, because Disney Star Wars is Disney Star Wars. Kathleen Kennedy is still in the mix. And, you know, I don't trust anything when Kathleen Kennedy is in the mix. Dave Filoni, too, all right? They need to be fired, and they need to be fired ASAP. I would make sure that they are long gone by the time this thing comes out, if you want this thing to be loved and celebrated. Details of Starfighter were unveiled in April at Star Wars Celebration. We know that. The film is set 5 years after the events of Rise of Skywalker. Just a terrible movie. Like, I wouldn't even mention this shit anymore. Yeah, it's just a new movie. It's coming out. We don't have a real time frame. If you guys care about it, go watch the movie. Because we don't want to talk about the Rise of Skywalker or Episode 9, the sequels. We're just not going to mention them anymore. That's what needs to happen. They need to put that shit up on the shelf like they did with the EU and recanonize the EU and then try to move forward. Yeah, and you see Geeks and Gamers is covering it. Let's see some reactions to that. Aaron Sparrow. Oh, neat. I don't want it. Yeah, a lot of people don't want it. A lot of people are done with Star Wars, man. It's like, yep, whatever. This guy, good casting, but Star Wars is dead. Exactly. Again, Disney Star Wars is an absolute dead brand, even though it's great casting, even though I love the casting. But yeah, it's a dead franchise. Let me guess, white guy villain and the good guys will all be diverse and mostly female. Well, again, Ryan Gosling, right? White dude, you know, is the hero, supposedly. But I think is he like shepherding some little kids or something? Like, it's probably going to be that. All right. It's probably going to be that. There's a significant chance I'll be rooting for the bad guy. Yeah. Matt Smith plays a great villain, man. He absolutely plays a great villain. Disney is really going to make another Star Wars movie. Yikes. I mean, that's the thing, man. You got the franchise, you got it in your hot hands. And I mean, imagine not making Star Wars. They've left it on the shelf in terms of movies since 2019. We're finally going to get a Star Wars movie next year with Mando and Grogu. I think Mando and Grogu is going to flop. I think that shit is going to flop. This one actually might have a chance. It all depends, you know, on the marketing, on the trailers, on all of that. It depends. This one could have a chance. It all depends. Yes, the Star Wars timeline era everyone loves. LOL. Yeah, that's the problem, man. Star Wars is in such a damaged state right now. Like, nobody cares about what happens within the sequel trilogy franchise. And then the Mandoverse, all this stuff that Dave Filoni is doing. Like, nobody cares about any of that either. It's like, where do you go? That's why I've always said move 200 years into the future and pretend like none of this other stuff ever happened and build new heroes, new characters, different storylines, still keep it Jedi, Sith, Rebellion, Empire. I think you still got to keep it within that framework, but you could go any direction with it after that. But, you know, we'll see. Will this be the second time Matt Smith gets cut out of Star Wars? What was he cut out of before? Was it? I think, yeah, it was Rise of Skywalker. I think Rise of Skywalker, he was cut from that. Fuck this shit and fuck Disney Star Wars, bro. I couldn't agree more. All right. Even though I think this movie could be good, but Disney Star Wars, y'all. Awesome. I can't wait for it to end up on indefinite hold. Well, again, they're starting to shoot it. You know, we'll see what happens. What's the Rise of Skywalker? Sounds like some gibberish. Last Starfighter, they brought him back. Perfect villain, but Disney will fuck it up. Can someone get this guy a better agent? You got to figure, if Matt Smith is locked and loaded, all right, if this guy is saying, oh, yeah, I'm all in, all right, I am all in, I'm ready to go, I'm doing a Star Wars movie, then it gotta be at least competent. Again, Star Wars, Disney Star Wars is like 90% bullshit, 90 to 95% bullshit, and the rest is like competent. So maybe this is one of those Andor, Rogue One type series, all right? Where it's like, hey, it's good, all right? First couple of seasons of Mandalorian, you know, hit and miss for the most part, but maybe there's some gold here. Who knows? Look, as Star Wars fans, we all hope that they get their shit together. I doubt it. I severely doubt it. I don't think this is going to move the needle, you know, unless they come out with some banger ass trailers. Like everything looks amazing. You know, we get some dope scenes where it's just like, yo, this looks great. Again, Shawn Levy, everybody liked Deadpool and Wolverine, at least for the first go round. Now after that, it looks like dog shit. But the first go round, it was solid, you know? And then, of course, he's known for what else? Night at the Museum and those kind of movies. So we'll see what happens with Starfighter. But you guys let me know what you think. All right. Does any of this excite you? All right. Does this get you pumped up? Or are you just kind of like, man, it's Disney Star Wars, bro. It's kind of hard to get excited about any of this crap, you know, which I completely understand. Because, look, I recognize Matt Smith's acting talent, but even I say, yeah, this is probably too little too late. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Go ahead, jump down in the comments. Give me your thoughts and opinions on that. And thanks for watching. See you next time.